Crisscross applesauce. And this thing is way too big. Okay. Way too big. Way too big. Crooked phone. So, Cricket, you know what? This is fine. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody. Oh, sinner. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to another episode of A Filthy Read. Hello, Miss Cherry. How have you been doing? Hello, collective. Hey, y'all. Hey, hello, hello. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate your presence. Your existence is valid and important. No matter what your mind is telling you, and no matter what these hating ass bitches have to say. um, no matter what they it's been a roller coaster. It's been that way for for everyone, especially the viewers. If you came across this live, because there's 1,000 bald headed bitches on here pulling cards for messages. If you came across this one, I will be willing to place a wager that you've been at least the last. We'll give it just the last year. Last few months have been a roller coaster, up and down and all around. You're scared, you're lost, you're frustrated, you're sick. Maybe you've lost someone. If you have, I'm sorry. My condolences. But it has been. I don't know what the fuck it's been. I don't know what it's been, but it has existed. That is all that I know at this particular juncture of the journey. That's all I know. It has been something. But I'm here to help. We're here to help. We're healing and dealing. We are a part of this here at A Filthy Read. I like to talk shit. I'm going to talk shit. I'm going to snatch your wig for sure, straight up to the point. I don't bullshit around. I'm not going to placate to your triggers or your emotions. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you straight up. It is probably going to be funny. So, it'll be funny and healing because I've learned that you have to deliver sad messages or you have to deliver things in a way to where you have to, it's like at some point you gotta laugh about it or else you're gonna cry about it and jump off a bridge, and I don't want that to happen. So I tend to just keep it like talking shit. Anyway, Spirit's telling me to move on. So we're going to do a collective. We're going to start with the collective reading, a short little collective. I get Spirit saying to keep my collective short tonight. Oh, because I have soup on the stove. I'm cooking. So keep the collective short. This will apply to everybody watching and anybody at this time. If you don't mind, would you please share this live with everybody? And follow me if you look in my bio, follow me on YouTube because I do upload these lives onto YouTube in their entirety, so you can rewind, fast forward, pause, take notes, all of that good stuff. And and since it's getting banned, it doesn't really matter. People are still gonna use it. It's nice to have access, to all my platforms. I'm very, very good at what I do. My accuracy is baffling. I'm not just saying that. If you would like to book like a private reading, like a one-on-one video reading, or just I'll do one-on-one video readings. If you like one of those, that information is also in the bio. Let's get to it. Okay. Let me shut my motherfucking mouth now and get to the messages, you bald-headed bitch. Okay. Angels, archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides reveal to me things that like to hide answers to me. What message do we have for this collective for the highest joy and excitement, clarity to move forward on the path to peace, to peace, prosperity, inner peace. There's something here. There's a lot of chaos right now. Not only just like in the on the planet, but I feel like this collective's a lot like mental chaos, the most like it's a lot of like, oh God, when is this shit, when are things going to balance out or like even out? Like it's been like either this or this or this or that. Like there hasn't been like a nothingness, like a stillness. And I think stillness, I'm gonna call this live the stillness live. I feel like stillness is the goal. Um, yeah, because look, the Empress in reverse fell out. I think it's time for me to start pulling cards. The Empress in reverse has come out because we're not feeling empowered, especially if you're feminine. If you're a woman, if you're feminine, if you're on the divine feminine path, you're not feeling empowered. You're tired. You're weak. You're vulnerable, or you feel this way. Let's say we feel this way. I don't think this is. This is not actually what's happening in reality, but we're not feeling our best right now for whatever reason. Take it how it resonates. And we want we don't know. We're trying different, we're doing different things, and it's like trying to think of ways to get ourselves up and out of this funk or this. There's also like I'm feeling there's like an emptiness here in the heart space, like maybe lack of emotional fulfillment. maybe um maybe you're maybe you're single and you don't want to be, but everybody sucks and men are stupid. Like it's like, what's the use? Maybe again, this is I don't. For some reason, I don't think this collective is. Maybe they are. Maybe you are focused on romantic connection, but not really. It's just a general overall lack of emotional fulfillment right now. You could be physically, emotionally, or mentally, or spiritually exhausted. When the Empress comes up in reverse for women, is resting, sleeping, relaxing, doing nothing is rejuvenation. Is highly, highly, highly recommended in whatever way you can. But there's not a whole lot that you're supposed to be doing. Like this, you will organically ascend, raise your vibration out of this state. There's nothing that you need to do or focus on, focus on healing yourself. That'll help. But like, there's no action to take, or like no job to get, or no course to take, or no magic pill, or no. There's nothing outside of you that is going to remedy this feeling. There's nothing there's nothing external that's going to fix this. You have to kind of go through it. A lot of introspection, a lot of emotional healing, a lot of acceptance is needed. Nurturing, self-nurturing, mothering the self, mothering yourself, really, really mothering yourself, or spending time with your mother. If you have a good mother, that was very presumptuous. But if you have a good, loving, nurturing, supportive mother, spending time with or around her will elevate your experience, elevate your vibration. It will. It has for me. Okay, let me keep going. Ace of Pentacles in transition. So, while we're healing and dealing, growing and showing up and showing out, while we're recharging our batteries, refreshing our spirit, reconnecting reconnecting to our heart space. I feel like a lot of this collective is really disconnected from their heart space right now. I don't. It's not. I don't even think you're doing it. We're doing it intentionally. I just think it's like focus. We're really focused on our physical selves, like our physicality, not in a, not a, for actually for some of you, you've been focusing on fixing your physicality in maybe a vain or superficial way, especially with the Empress in reverse. It's like there's something in your mind that's telling you that if I change my hair, maybe if I lose this weight, maybe if I get plastic surgery, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that, external body stuff, I will feel better. I will do this. I will feel better about myself. None of that shit's gonna work. None of it's going to work. This is not This is not a external journey. This is an internal, spiritual, emotional, psychosomatic. I heard journey right now of healing and rejuvenation and resting, crying. Crying is always cathartic, but if you're crying too much, if you're releasing too much, it's kind of like emotional dehydration. It's like now you're just crying just to cry because you haven't developed ways to handle your emotions or cope with your emotions without crying or sadness. Because at some point it comes to it needs to come to a close, and you've found another way to transmute that into something else. But that's I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. But anyway, Ace of Pentacles in transition. There's an offer here. I know this is the Ace of Pentacles. Everybody, I know this is Ace of Pentacles, which is typically like a new job or something physical, in the physical realm, some sort of material. But I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is an emotional offer as well, should you choose to accept it, which is why it's in transition. I feel like this is you get to make a you can make a choice. I don't feel like this is something you have to do. But I also don't feel like you're going to be in detriment if you don't take this offer at the same time. But it will be it would help you out. I'm hearing help you along your path. And it'll bring emotional fulfillment. Bleh. There's an emotional fulfillment to be had in this offer, and I think it's from because the Emperor came out. Maybe it's from a man, a new beginning with a divine masculine, but it's something solid. With this Ace of Pentacles, it's something solid. It's not just words. It's not just words. It's not just actions or saying you're gonna. It's not just words or actions or emotions. This is something solid. Whoever this Emperor is, it doesn't have to be romantic. It's like it's 50-50. For some of you, this is like romantic. For some of you, it's like some other shit. And for some of us, it's both, in one form or another. But whatever this Emperor, whatever new beginning this Emperor is offering, Chariot as the underlying issue is going to carry you away. Maybe they want to take you somewhere, or this journey is going to take you to a new place. But it's like moving. You're going to be able to move forward. The cutesy cute just popped out, so this is definitely going to be romantic for some of you. Here's the love reading, Miss Anne. Here it is. Here it is. But it's very subtle though. It's because like for some people this is it. It has nothing to do with love, but it is cute. There's something about it, whether it's like romantic or not. There's something about this that is very cute, or very like, aw. I was like, you want me, or like, you're being considered for some, or it's been decided that you are chosen for this. You just have to take it if you want it. But right now, I feel like this collective is kind of feeling like this, like this zombie bride princess lady right now, zombie princess right now. But I feel like, but I also feel like whatever this, yeah, we're not feeling Six of Wands underlying issue. We're not feeling, victorious or triumphant right now. But whatever this Ace of Pentacles represents, I feel like it's going to be instrumental in raising our vibration and taking us to a new place or getting us out of the funk. And I've ease effortless. You don't have to do anything. Oh, Six of Wands in reverse. At this time, I don't feel like this is like literal. I feel like, oh, thank you. I can hear spirit very, very clearly tonight for some reason. Just sit here and be still. That's the first thing I said. That was the first thing I said. Stillness. Be still. Be still. Be still, be calm, heal, rejuvenate, rest, sleep, eat. Like, take care of your vessel. Your vessel. Your mental vessel, your spiritual. Because you have different bodies. You have multiple types of bodies all at the same time, and this is all a representation of that shit in the physical. But I'm not gonna get into the metaphysics of that tonight. But yeah, take this. That's what the focus should be. But the Six of Wands in reverse is out here because I feel like there's something about, I don't think it's just this in general, but there's like a recurring theme or recurring event or something about things just not working out or things being temporary or not getting attached to things because they end. It's something like I had maybe not sure if you should take this offer, not sure if you should move forward with this Ace of Pentacles situation because you don't want to you don't want to enter a situation that doesn't work out and then you're kind of like stuck out and then you started a negative cycle all over again because quite frankly you don't really have the energy or the gumption to handle that shit right now. I don't think that's not what's happening. I feel like this Ace of, maybe it is what's happening. No, it's not what's happening. Yeah, because the tower kind of flipped out. Again, it's like you don't want to. You're afraid that you are manifesting a tower moment, especially if you're the type of person who is uncomfortable with stillness or uncomfortable with inactivity. You feel like you have to be doing something to move your path along, which anybody who's been on the spiritual path long enough knows you don't really have to do shit. Like things kind of happen and fall into place when you meet the right people or you come across the right opportunity or the listing or the things just kind of flow as long as you're in alignment. And I was having this conversation with you, Miss Ann, good friend of mine. We were talking about this. It's interesting that it came up. Like things flow and can fall into place with little to no effort, as long as you're in alignment. And then people are like, "Well, how do you know if you're in alignment? What does it feel like to be in alignment?" The real answer, it doesn't feel like anything. Like it doesn't literally. You don't feel fear. You don't feel worry. You don't feel panicked. You're not trying to figure out. You're not trying to plan. You're not too far into the future. You're certainly not too far in the past. In your mental, in your energy, emotional energy. You're present. You're very, very present. As present as possible, so you're in the present moment. You're aware of your thoughts and not overthinking. Like you just it's still like it's a space for me at least, a space of stillness and peace, because I already know what the fuck is happening. I already know that the things that I want and that my path is moving forward, um with or without me. Like, I'm not always, the fact is like because like it while okay, it's important to take action when it's guided action or inspired action, or like it's easy action. It's nothing that you it's not forced. It doesn't feel forced or figure outy or like confusing. You just do it. You just do it, and you just do it. You just do it. Like, it's automatic, really. Being in the flow, things just kind of happen automatically as you're doing the shit that you're going to be doing anyway most of the time. Like, you don't usually have to veer too far off your path to go discover some magical opportunity. It's like you could be going to the grocery store, get a flat tire, and you have a choice: either get upset and knock yourself out of alignment, like, okay, well, fuck it, let me fix the problem that's in immediate. I can immediately do something about. Walk around the corner to get a new tire, get them to come help you, and boom, the person that you needed to meet is right there at the fucking tire max. But you have Spirit has a way of getting you out of the fucking way, getting your involvement in your life completely out of the way so they can make things happen for you that you can't see. And it works. It's frustrating. It's frustrating if you don't have the awareness to like say fuck it and just go with whatever fucking is happening, which is really, really difficult for people with like control issues and shit. I feel so sorry for people who enter the spiritual path with still having like issues around control and trying to control their lives all the time, because you realize that shit is fucking it's not real in the first place. But once you get comfortable with that, you just kind of like, okay, what is, just kind of, you keep trekking. Oh, the sun, yay! The sun is out. The sun is out. The joy, the happiness, the abundance is here. The warmth, the creativity with this travel is heavily indicated here. For some reason, this Ace of Pentacles here in the sun, and like I think the Chariot was an underlying issue before, if I'm not mistaken. But like there's some sort of travel or movement, maybe long distance movement in the very strongly indicated here. It's just a vibe I'm getting. Some of you may be moving, and you're gonna get the opportunity or the resources that you need via this Emperor energy to move forward. It's almost instant too. It's instant. I feel like this vibe is like instant, because the vibe goes from the Six of Wands in reverse, this defeatist kind of nothing works out energy, in the very next card, boom, just when you thought things weren't working out, just when you thought things weren't moving forward, boom, shit moves forward, and then you're looking like a stupid bald-headed bitch for doubting the whole thing in the first place. You wasted all this energy with your bald head and your ashy knees. Wasted all this fucking energy being worried and scared and frustrated and sad and whatever. Wasted energy. You took yourself through it. Depressed, edgeless, for absolutely no fucking reason. None. There was no reason for it. I mean, I guess you needed the spiritual. You took yourself through whatever you think you needed to take yourself through to cope with the uncertainty. Yeah, but when you're in alignment, there is no uncertainty because you're certain that you are in alignment and you're certain that things are going according to plan. You know, the divine plan, which is the divine plan is essentially your plan, but but they know how the fuck to get there and you don't. Like your plan involves some extra fucking additional bullshit and irrelevant, worthless people that don't need to be in your life or situations or applications. You're worried about shit that you know. And again, this is something that this is what again me and Miss Ann talked about. Like you only know what the fuck you know. You can't know some shit that you don't know, but divine knows. The spiritual forces can see that they can they know it and because they can see it. They can see the webs of fate. They can see how people's interact. They can see all that stuff, and they can help. And they help you be guided to it because they can't make you do shit. They can't make you and they can't force you. Usually they can, but they can't fuck up shit around you to get you to go somewhere safe and preferable, for sure. You can't see the shit. And you don't need to see it. It's not even your fucking business. I don't know why you're wasting follicles, wasting your hair follicles that won't grow back, figuring out some shit that's already beautiful, positive and beautiful, and it's just for you because you deserve it. And you deserve it. You deserve it. You have done. There's nothing you have to earn here. There is nothing you have to earn here. This is not about earning. You don't have to earn this shit. This is your divine right, bitch. You're the empress. You deserve shit just by existing. Your mere existence, your presence on this planet is healing the people around you, is protecting the people around you, and everybody that you meet, speak to, come across a stranger in the street while you're shopping, your best friend, your grandma, like everybody that is around you, it gets to benefit from the presence of your energy is improved. Everybody. And they don't even realize it. And you out here thinking you don't deserve shit to work out for you. You must think about that one again. You must consider you need to reevaluate your worth. You need to reevaluate your stance. Ego, no ego attached. If you know what I know, and a lot of you know what the fuck I know, if you know who you are, you already understand this. You don't have to do anything but be loving and follow your passions and your creativity and help people when you can or when you want to, because your job is not to be out here being Captain Save-A-Ho or Barbara the Builder, you know, and know when you need help and to ask for help, and when you're vulnerable or when you just can't heal every fucking body anymore, and telling bitches, no, I'm not doing that. No, 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 no. Conserving your energy, protecting your peace, that is your priority. I guess we like to I don't like to punish. I don't like to punish myself. I don't like that. I don't like doing that to myself because it's painful. I don't like hurting myself. Admittedly, there are spaces where I have I don't know if I should say this on live, but I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say that. But there are times where I have these ideas about hurting myself. I have a history of mental illness where my first reaction to stressors is to attack myself. Is to fucking but I used to take myself out. I'm out of here. It's time to go. I have healed from that. It took a long time, but I healed from that. But you don't have to heal from it, bitch. Just don't fucking go there. And now now, especially for those of us who are aware of our thoughts and when they shift, if you shift to hurting yourself or something negative, catch yourself and stop that shit in its tracks, because you have the power to do so, especially if you're aware of it. You can stop it. You can make the choice, like, this is not me, this is some other shit. I'm not gonna feed this and follow that line of thinking, because when you follow that line of thinking, the choices, decisions, and motivations that you make are being informed by that shit, and that path of action is not what you want. Not what you want. It could be somebody else's. It could be trauma. It could be entities, depending on what you're into. It could be literally anything, but it's not the truth of who you are, because as we know, we are learning that we are this and always have been and always will be. Okay. Is it Sunday? Because this is church. Is it Sunday? Is it Sunday? Trauma is somebody else's? Not necessarily. People do have their own shit that they go through. People have their own shit that they go through. People, I mean, or oh, I see. You mean like a projection, like a projection? Yes. In that case, yes, like a projection. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. People, a projection that you kind of walked into. Because what you have to realize about energy, and like because in thought forms and shit, the shit's kind of floating around everywhere all the time. You just can't see it, but you can feel it, you can sense it, you can hear it, and you can literally walk your ass, hapless ass, into some shit, and it'll change the way you're thinking, or you'll have a thought, and if you're not aware, you think it, you accept it as yours, and try to follow it, like feed it, and then you use your life experiences, if you're not aware, use your life experience to justify the thoughts and feelings that you're having, when the shit initially had absolutely nothing to fucking do with you. It's dangerous. It's dangerous in these spiritual mental streets, y'all. It's time. And I feel like a lot of us are about to be put in positions where we're around lots of different people, up in higher and more in higher positioning. Like we're kind of leveling up to where the people around us are new, new, maybe more powerful, maybe like like politicians, maybe celebrities, maybe council. There's something not average about the people that are going to be around us. And guess what? They have the same shit that everybody else does. They're not like above anybody. Sometimes they like to think that they're like above like spiritual shit. The spirits don't give a fuck who you are or what the fuck you think you or who you think you are. They will fuck you up or help you out no matter what. They don't care. They do not give. There's not a word that describes how much they don't care about that kind of shit. I tried to edit it and it auto-corrected. No animal is self-eating out of desperation when trapped. We all bleed the same color. Right. Exactly. So these thoughts come from the trap. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a trap per se. It just, again, most of the time, it's just, it might be someone that you're like around. And they're not always trying to do it. You're not even aware of it, but you are aware and you're sensitive, so you pick up on it. Like you just pick up. It's kind of like not the weather. What's the word for it? And then you end up getting like a psychic disease or a spiritual disease. Oh God, it just goes on. It's like air quality. It's kind of like air quality. You want to make sure you have your spiritual masks on, and there's a whole slew of things that you can do to protect yourself. And number one, but it starts with like awareness of who you are, and spiritual protection, but mostly awareness. Yeah, just awareness. Like, wait a minute, why am I? Especially if you're like in a situation where you're just chilling or you're doing some mundane, regular shit, washing the dishes, like something super, super, super ordinary, and all of a sudden, this negative thought or influence or emotion or something or shows up out of nowhere. And like the first thing I like to do, is like I stop, you take a breath, and I'm not, while simultaneously not thinking about the thought, like I bring my awareness back to my body. And then you open your eyes, you close your eyes, you open your eyes, and you kind of look around at your physical environment, and you see that there's absolutely nothing fucking going on. There's nothing happening. There's nothing. The cat's sleeping on the couch. You know, the birds chirping outside. You're washing the dishes. There's nothing around to incite anything shifting your mental state or your emotional state like that. So that's one of the indications that, oh wait, this is some other shit. And just kind of dismiss it and move on through your fucking life. But it could literally be anything. There's so many things. There's so much shit. You could walk into somebody's house that you like. Maybe you go into someone's house for the first time and you walk in and you're like, oh my God. Whatever the fuck they got going on in the house, you pick up on it. Just don't take it with, it could be anything. There's all sorts of things. It could just be a passing energy. Like a wayward kind of voop, voop. It could be anything, And especially people who struggle with mental health are like schizophrenia or paranoia, like people who have those sorts of imbalances are susceptible to these things more often. Which is why they give them medication to dull their senses, so they don't react to it as violently or as prominently, but it still exists. It's still there, but they don't react to it. Or they can't perceive it nearly as strongly because they're kind of zombified in a way. Yeah. Whew. Okay, that was a lot of information. I hope y'all are taking notes because I'm not going to fucking remember any. This is a channel. This is welcome to ASLS's channeling session, featuring tarot today. But we'll keep going. Somebody needed to hear this. That was for somebody. Someone's going to... I got that out right. Somebody needed to hear that message in particular. Okay, so Stool came out in reverse. Usually when I see Stool come out in reverse, the first thing I think is bald-headed hoe shit. But I don't think it's bald-headed hoe shit this time. I think it's it's almost like releasing the need or the belief or the feeling that you have to be doing something specific, or there's like a certain way or a specific way. Spirit's telling me to cut this short. There's a specific way or a certain way to do things right now, or that there's like an order to things that need to be done, or that there's some sort of map or application that you apply for. Like it's not this, our lives, especially for the specifically for this collective of people, does not work that way. And it never really has. And every time you try to make it work that way, like Matrixy and shit, guess what happens? What happens? It gets fucked up. It ends because it's not. It's like the Spirit's like, who told you that you were in control of this shit? And you're like, oh, bitch, I forgot. I forgot. It doesn't work. And it doesn't. And again, regular people, non-magical people don't understand that. Like, it does not work the way that you think it works for you. For you, it might, because you're still in the matrix construct that was built for you by the powers that are fading. You're still in that. You still adopted that. You're still in that. Us, we're not in that shit anymore. And we're trying to figure out how to cope with a world that is in that shit and still maintain our physical, mental, emotional selves effectively. We are out here, bald as fuck, doing the best we can with the information that we have learned about ourselves in the reality as it exists outside of the thing that was the things that have been constructed to control people. Because that shit's, I'm not gonna say it's not real, because everything that exists, even if it's energetically or a thought form, is real because it exists. Which is basically everything exists. I'm not gonna say it's not real, but that's not how everything is. What I'm saying, it's a construct, it's a program. And the interesting thing about constructions and programs, you can exit the shit whenever you want and still and still access the benefits from it and manipulate it from the outside and kind of walk into whatever it is that you created for manifested. It's like, okay, you can have that, and if this is how I have to survive, I'll just manipulate the shit first, and then just kind of walk into a situation seemingly unscathed. It looks easy from the outside, because that's where we're kind of standing, trying to fucking navigate the shit. But what people don't know what people don't see is how bald and scared and hurt and the pain and the confusion and the illness and the lot. They don't see all of that internal work, that private work that we do on ourselves in manifestations and metaphysics and all the shit that that we do, this collective does, the magical folk do. In private and solitude, don't have to post about it, don't have to blast and tell everybody what the fuck. And then just kind of walk into the shit that we created, because we are co-creating with the divine. They don't see all that. And they don't need to see it. Whenever they're ready, it will be revealed to them as well. And right now, it's not the easiest journey to take. It looks that way from the outside. It's not an easy journey, because you have to fight yourself, and then you have to fight, and then you have to sometimes fight other people, or navigate the world, and not be affected. It's like you have to not be affected by the construct while trying to exist in it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. But we signed up for it. We signed up. We volunteered. A lot of us volunteered for it. Well, actually, this collective, we all volunteered for the shit. So, there's that. Sorry to report. We kind of said, I'll do it. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna save the world. I'm gonna help out humanity. Ah! And we get here and we're bald. You're born bald. That's how bald we are. We are born without hair. And if you're lucky enough to be born with hair, bitch, you had an advantage. You had an obvious advantage. I was bald as shit. My baby pictures, I had no hair. Like, oh my God, I was born bald. It's tragic. It's tragic. It's very tragic. Oh, so funny. I had a head full, and which is why you are blessed beyond measure right now. Oh, the tower once. Oh, the tower. It's like, again, the tower like came out like this, but when it hit the bed, it flipped up. It flipped upside down. And I feel like the first message, I'm getting two messages from this tower. The first one is nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to be destroyed on your. You're not going to be destroyed on your path. Like everything's not going to come unglued because you're not subscribing to the matrix anymore. Also, anything that needs, if anything that needs to leave your life, that wants to leave your life, let it go. Let it go. Ooh. The Four of Cups in reverse just clarify. Oh, okay. This is the last card. I'm gonna switch to my other deck. The Four of Cups in reverse just clarified the Sun here. Nurture. We just need a good nurturing, a good spa day, a good healing. We need a really, really good healing. Whenever you get this abundance, whenever you get this resource, whatever this is, spend a lot of money, spend a lot of the resources and the on luxuriating, like face masks, body treatments, massages, energy work, healthy foods, like the works. Anything that you think, anything that your body is telling you need, do all of it. All of it. Even starting now, you do what you can. Like I don't care if it's like a face mask or a hot bath, or there's something about nutrition. Listen to your body and let your body tell you what you need to be eating to feel better. Like there's really something here about focusing on taking care of your physical body, your vessel. Because I feel like a lot of what's going on with your mental or your emotional is also being informed by our physical at this time, which is probably why we're not feeling the best. Like I know why I'm feeling like shit. Like to me, for me it was blatantly obvious. So yeah, okay, we're gonna pull a few tea leaves. We're gonna pull a few tea leaves. I decided to go vegetarian. Oh, cool. Spiritual showers work wonders. Oh, I love a nice hot steam. A nice hot steam. May you ask a question? A question about the collective? Yes, but if you would like a personal, if you want like a personal question, you send a donation. That information is right here, but wait until I pull these. I'm pull 4 of them, and then I'll open up the floor to paid mini readings. It's $5 to $35 doll hairs, sliding scale. So depending on how much you donate, is how many cards you get and how long the reading is. You know, it makes sense. Okay. But if you have a question about what we talked about or anything that we talked about today, you can just ask it. Like I'm not the type of reader to just answer people's questions for free anymore. Okay, so I've been elected for. I've been presented an opportunity to read this person their rights, because they don't know who I am and they don't know what I do. Should I do it or let it be and just block them, or do both? I'm gonna leave it up to the audience. I have had a little streak of like I don't know. I haven't been so willing to let shit slide anymore. I'm usually really, really read them their rights. Y'all are out for blood tonight. What? Oh my God. Everybody said read them down. Read them down and then block them, bitch. So we don't have to fucking hear their shit no more. I've been like that lately too. Yeah, like lately I'm kind of like, you know what? Fuck these bitches. Fuck these bitches. I'm about to fucking read your fucking eyes out, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch, you are not in no, first of all, you are in no position or authority or intellect to tell anybody what the fuck they need to do. You are so far from God and so far from divinity that you seek out a fucking tanned white man for fucking validation. Like, look who you idolize. Your God is a man. Number one, you already fucked up. You already fucked up. Number two, a lot of the connections that are in your life right now are only because you are a Trump supporter, but the people really don't. Number one, they don't know who you are. Number two, they don't give a fuck about you. So it's kind of like you just fucking join the fucking community just so you feel valuable about yourself, but really deep down that you know that you ain't shit. You have no real connections in your life outside of that, which is why a lot of people join these sorts of organizations for a sense of community, but it's not community if the community that you're associated with doesn't really care about you. And we see why, because you don't have any insight. Like, you have nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer another person emotionally, spiritually, or intellectually outside of the things that people have told you are valuable. Like, you have no mind of your own. You don't even love yourself. You don't even love yourself. You can't love me. You don't even love yourself. You couldn't love yourself. Not even you coming on here telling other people what to do lets me know that you don't love yourself. Because people who love themselves do not waste time worrying about what other people are fucking doing. They don't. They don't care. Like, I don't care what other people are doing. You don't know Jesus Christ. You're so far from it. You're so far from this Jesus Christ. Don't stop using that name that you're not qualified to even utter from your lips. You don't even follow it. Because you're on here preaching to people. One of the first tenets of Jesus is like he says, you can listen to me if you want to, but if you don't, fine. Like, and you're, honestly, I almost took it too far. And you're like, and you're 50 years old on a TikTok looking at psychics of young people. Like, where's your life? Like, what do you've made so many mistakes already. You don't need, you don't have the intellect, you don't have the literacy to help me understand shit. We are not on the same level. We're not. You're not. We're not. You can't, it's like you're an ant, trying to describe to me how the fucking microwave works, bitch. You have no idea how the fuck this shit works. You're not in a position. You're not in a position. And you don't know the truth. Like, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be talking. Okay, I want to block this old white dude now. Oh, he's blocked. Okay. I gave him too much energy. Now he thinks he's worth some shit. He's worthless. Okay. All right. Anyway. Okay, actually, that was fun. That was actually fun. No, were you sorry? Yeah, you don't be sorry for me. I don't give a fuck about that old-ass white man, bitch. I don't give a fuck about him. That was fun for me. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Bitch, sorry for what? You should be sorry for him. He should be sorry for himself, actually. An old-ass white man. It was fun. I don't give a fuck. That was Donald Trump disguised. Oh, God. Not even Donald Trump is Donald Trump. The shit that he pulls in public is not what the fuck he actually thinks or how he feels. And anybody who thinks that that's who he really, really is, but like in like the board meeting or at home, you're stupid. He plays everybody. He just be playing these people's face, and they're like, oh, eat it up. Whether you love him or hate him, you eat it up because you fell for the character. He doesn't give a fuck about any of the fucking shit. What the fuck? This man is rich beyond belief. He don't give a fuck. What are y'all thinking? What are you thinking? He doesn't care. He's kind of like those posts on social media that is obviously that's obviously like clickbait. It's obviously meant to like cause conversation, discord, and all that kind of stuff. To me at least, it's obviously clickbait. But you have like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of comments and likes and shares from people who get emotionally invested in a media or in media that was designed to give you concourse. It's not real. He's like clickbait. But people love clickbait though. There's a large population of people that love clickbait. They love it. They love it. Do you think AI poster will probably? Oh God. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the tea. The tea cards. We got 2 out at once, so we're gonna bring it back to center. We're going to dismiss old white men from our lives. And we're going to continue on the path to enlightenment, into healing and promoting the existence of this collective and anybody else who gets rejuvenated from the message. See? You don't fucking feed that shit for too long. You make a few jokes, you talk your shit, and then you move the fuck on from it. That's simple. It's really simple. So first we have the I. The I says, psychic ability, trust your intuition. So again, my shit is on point. I never miss. You can ask anybody who's ever gotten a reading from me and ask me, oh, is she accurate? Did she miss? Did she be like, hell no, she don't fucking miss. Ask them. I have references. Many, I've given thousands of readings at this point. Thousands. I never miss. And you never miss too. I feel like this is for this collective. It's like, don't let anybody or anything convince you that the things that you sense is inaccurate or that you're off base, because they don't have what you have. They don't, and they won't. They're never going to. These sorts of gifts are given to people that God's source spirit knows that are meant to help people. And the more you help people, the more proficient that you get, and the more clear the messages get. At least for me, like I shared that I don't think that how do I put it? I don't think I would be as clear if I didn't want to help people so much, you know? Because it looks like I just be talking shit. And I do, but it's that good shit. And I be side-eyeing bitches just like this, like, all the time. Like, okay, girl. Um, let's see. The ant. Work achievement success. Work achievement success. Yeah. It kind of goes with this Ace of Pentacles in transition, this full Emperor Sun. Like there's something very methodical coming for us. Like there's like busy work, not necessarily busy work, like just kind of like turning gears. But we're approaching a phase to where, it's very like place brick lay cement slap dun 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 dun. Like you're doing something that has a clear goal or like a obvious. You're building something obvious, like, which is good. Because I feel like that does give people a sense of accomplishment and achievement and moving forward when like you're actively working on something that you can see is being built and completed. And I feel like that's what's coming towards us. Door. Yeah, see, I can't make it up. Opportunities are waiting for you. Yeah. Being guided by your intuition towards the door where the ants are living. I don't fucking know. One more. Fly. A period of ill health or depression. Ugh. Oh, God. A period of ill health or depression. Yeah, this is what we're going through now, I feel like. At least, like, I know that I am. I feel like it's going to be like this for a while. And it's kind of like, do your best to work through it, heal it, like, do your best to feel better. But I feel like after this is when this, again, it's this right now. It's like, it's not the best energy. It's not the, it's not the most comfortable energy, but it's temporary. Okay. I'm gonna go check on my, actually, why aren't you a moderator, Purple? Or are you? I don't even know how to do it anymore. The opposite of depression is not joy, it's expression. But true. Wait, somebody had a question. Oh, I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed at all right now. I'm just a little under the weather. Yeah, it's a little under the weather. I have been for a while too, and I'm just now in the space to where my health is improving. That was all. Like, I don't really do depression anymore. I think I've had, so I went through my first dark night years ago, and that was fucking awful. Came out of that. Everything was beautiful for a minute, and then I went back into like a second dark night, and that was awful. That was awful. And then I came out of that. I've had about 3 actually. But the third one was much more justifiable only because of like the external circumstance that I was in, the external circumstance and situation that I was in. Like, anybody who was living in that space probably would not have been in the best mental or emotional condition. To be so I don't really count that because that was primarily because of the physical environment. It didn't really have anything to do with my mind or my emotions, but like I was strong enough to handle it by that third time. I was so fortified, like spiritually and emotionally, I broke down over time, but like I endured that shit like a fucking champ for a while. I can't believe I did that. But I did it. I did it. I did it. And you can too. You can too. I feel spiritual people tend to self isolate, because it's absolutely fucking necessary. It's necessary. Like and the more like you have to go into hermit mode. It's like it's why monks do it, because it's absolutely necessary for you to get yourself together. Like do all your. I have to isolate, and people have to leave you alone. People like I be chilling, like just leave me alone. I'm good. I don't need any help. I don't need any exercise. I don't need to tell me shit. I don't need advice from you. I don't need anything from you but your support, your distant support. And if I need you to get me some orange juice or something from the store, could you pick that shit up, because I'm not leaving this room. Like minimal, very, very minimal, very very minimal effort or assistance. I'll let you know when I need you. Let me go to sleep. And I need those periods of time often, especially now that we're going through all these shifts and changes, and really like, a lot of spiritual upgrades, a lot of us, this collective, your spiritual spiritual awarenesses are expanding. You're getting abilities. That shit takes energy. It takes physical energy for those things to happen to you. You can feel it in your body. So you gotta sleep. It's like any other muscle. Like you work it out and you get tired. But yeah. So, I think Sony, I'm in hermit mode now. Me too. Like I haven't, I don't really, like I talk to like 2 people, maybe 3, including my mom. Like I'm inactive right now. I'm inactive right now, and I'm also I'm recovering too. But like even if I wasn't, even when I wasn't, like I was still very reclusive, very solitude, very. I didn't want to be bothered, I was very social in Tokyo though, because it's Tokyo. Like you have to go, like it it gave me exactly what I needed out of a society, out of like socializing. But then I would just go home and sleep for 2 days. Unless I had to go to work or do a reading or something. Okay. She said, Spirit sat me down twice sick. Bitch, you should know better. Sony, you should know better. You've been on most of my lives of me talking shit, and you can attest. I tell people that if you do not sit your fucking ass down and go to sleep and rest, Spirit's going to do it fucking for you. You should already know. I didn't even know why you were up trying to walk around, why you were trying to do anything, because you already knew that was gonna happen. You're like, no, I'm gonna test it. I think I'm too giving. You can't be too giving. I feel like you've been giving you've given to the wrong people. You've given to people who don't deserve it. You're giving too much to the wrong people, because the people that actually need to be to receive they won't ask for too much. You can just give them something or help them out, and they're grateful, and that's it. You might not even hear from them again, which is good, because you gave them exactly what the fuck they needed, and that was it. Just saying. All right, at this time, The floor is now open to personal mini readings, 5 to 35 doll hairs. I guess Sony's up first. Sony, you're gonna go first. And then give me a minute to collect myself. You know, Sony, you're gonna go first. I would enjoy some of this applesauce. Because for some reason it tastes extremely good to me. I have to go check on my soup. 1 second. I don't know why I have stomach pain. Okay, we're back. We're back and ready to attack. Okay. All right, Sony, you ready, girl? I don't know why I keep saying. I don't know why I keep saying Sony. Oh, is she still here? I hope you didn't think I didn't leave. I just went to go stir my soup around. Hello, Emily. Hello. Okay. All right. Sony would like a love message. What message do we have in love for Sony? Tower in reverse. Your love life is not over. Stop telling yourself that, or that is what you will manifest. It looks like somebody is watching you at this time. Somebody's watching you. I think they're checking to see if you're still mad, or what you're doing, or if you're single. You know. Yeah, I feel like there's like, yeah, you're not manifesting it the right way, or even in alignment for it. You got the Empress in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is like anti-love. Because and then it's like, this is weird. Actually, I'm actually accustomed to this energy from you. With like the Tower in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Chariot, and then the Empress. It's like, oh, I'm never gonna find anybody. My love life's over. Everything is so bad. Everything is so bad. So focused on the love you don't have, but still thinking that you're going to get into a relationship. That doesn't track. That doesn't track. It don't track. That don't track. It don't track. No self-love, no. It's like, there's love available for you, but you can't. You're ignoring it because it's not intimate. And you need help loving yourself. But it's like, it's around. I feel like you. Okay. Spirit said that's enough. Okay. It's around. There's love around you. But there's something where I don't know why you would value intimate connection over anything else, which a lot of people do, and regrettably, and to their own detriment. It happens a lot, and people wonder why they're sad. It's like, yeah, because you're rejecting the love that already exists around you. Because for some fucking reason, you think an intimate or romantic relationship is better, or that that's something, and it's the same shit. Being in a relationship is essentially, at best, in its healthiest form, it's you loving yourself with somebody else. Because they're loving, it's like you guys are loving yourselves together. That simple. In its healthiest vibration. It's its healthiest vibration. But that's when people talk about when people say they want to get into loving, healthy connections, that is what they're talking about. They just don't have the language to describe it that way all the time. There's two people who love themselves, who are loving themselves together. And then loving each other by proxy. But the love isn't really coming from the other person. It's like, it makes it bigger. Does that make, like, it's like you have a ball of light here and a ball of light here, and you put it together, and now it's bigger. Because now there's more space, like, spatially, but if you take them apart, it still exists in the vibe. Anyway, so no matter where they are, like, it's faster too. There's a lot more energy here, of course, and it works that way with anything, like any sort of connection. Say you have a ball of light and a very dim spark. And the dim spark is like, oh, look at that ball of light. I'm going to go toward it because it's beautiful and warm. And they come together. And this one gets smaller. That one gets bigger. And now this one's like bright and huge. And this one has diminished. This one shrank because it took all the energy, because it wasn't reciprocal. It wasn't cyclical in this interaction. This energy, this person is now diminished, and this person's been enlivened. And if it's, again, unhealthy situation, they leave because they have nothing more to gain from this. They leave and take the energy that was given by somebody else, something else. But then the caveat is, they can't maintain it. It's not your energy. You haven't done the work. You don't have the energy. You don't have the genetic. You don't have what it takes to maintain this on your own. So then, or on its own. So then it goes off trying to seek out other lights, because like over time it's like because it's essentially the energy was never truly This is somebody else. So it goes, So like, oh my God, I need to fill up. Where's the energy station? Where the gas station? I need to fill up. You know, hopefully this person, this energy, you know, is on that healing journey and they're bright again. This fool shows up and they're like, nope, they ain't getting nothing from me. Or if they're unhealed, what do? Sure, I'll do it again. Anyway. I hope that helped somebody. And I hope that helped you. I hope that helped you. Um Yeah, don't let people use you as an energy fucking pump, like an energy. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. You're not gonna dump shit on me. You're not gonna take from me anymore. And I don't give a fuck what you have to say about it, how you feel about it. It's not what I'm for. I'm not for that. I'm a whole ass fucking being, an entity that is worthy of respect and reciprocity, and I didn't realize a lot of people don't have they can't do what I do. You can't give what I give, but they can do something. They can, whatever it is that they have, they can share more of it, or whatever capacity, so to where it's not one sided. You know, one sided. You know, where I'm just like they're. You know, they're pick me up. They're spiritual, emotional, energetic pick me up, like a drug or some shit. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Um, Anybody else? 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 All right. With that, this has been a filthy read. Thank you all for joining me. Again, if you do not already do so, go follow me on YouTube. I upload these lives on there every time. You can watch the whole thing in its entirety. Make sure you love yourselves and each other. Starlight Reflection.